What's up, everybody? It's Broken Bones here, and welcome to Broken's Bedrock Tutorials. Today, we're going to show you how to build an infinite Basalt Floor Generator. Today's tutorial is a challenge from the Redstone Wizzard, who left me a comment asking me to make an infinite floor builder. He said it has to be automatic and either create stone or basalt and be infinitely expandable. So in today's tutorial, I'm bringing you the infinitely expandable Basalt Floor Generator. So if anybody else would like to challenge me, then feel free to go down in the comment section, leave me a comment down below, let me know what your challenge idea is, and I'll do my best to build it as best as I can. So with that being said, let's go ahead and show you how this thing works. As you can see here, we have an obsidian block stopping it. We're going to go ahead and remove that, and we're going to put that over here so it has a few spaces to fly. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start this up. We're going to go ahead and activate this observer here. Once that's through, we can put out our fire. And now we're going to watch this whole thing move forward. So as that flying machine moves forward, it's going to trigger this tree of flying machines here. Every machine moves forward at the exact same time. It picks up the lava, then redispenses the lava so it can make more basalt. Then when it's finally done making the basalt, the machine goes ahead and moves it again. And as you can see here, the machine's going to stop itself right now on that obsidian block so it does not pull it back and continue to move forward. And surprisingly, this infinite Basalt Floor Generator is extremely easy to build and fun to use. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial, and material list will be down in the description. To get things started, you're going to need to make sure that you have a space ready for this, and I imagine that most of you guys would probably be building this in open air, but nonetheless, if you guys wanted to have a basalt floor inside of a tunnel, then you would need a tunnel that's at least 10 blocks tall. And I have a tunnel bore that would actually be perfect for this. All you'd have to do is run it twice, once on top and once on bottom, and you'd have yourself a 10 block tall space to build this in. So to get things started, you're going to want to find the center of your floor, and this is going to be where your basalt goes right here, and then we're going to come down 2 blocks and out 3 blocks, and this is where we're going to start building. So wherever you want your floor to start, you need to come down just like this, come down 3 blocks and out 3 blocks, and this will be where we start to build. So once you have that in place, then you're going to go ahead and take yourself an observer just like that, face that up. Go ahead and take another observer and face that up right here too. And then we can go ahead and get rid of all of these temporary blocks because we're going to need a build right here. So next what we need to do is we need to come up by 2 slime blocks just like this. We're going to take 2 sticky pistons and face them out here just like that. On this side, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 slime blocks just like that. And then on this side, we're going to go 1, 2, and 3 honey blocks just like so. Once we have that in place, now we're going to take some of this soul soil. We're going to bring this all the way across just like so. We're going to come up on top with some packed ice and bring that all the way across just like that. Once you have this in place, we're going to be working off your middle piston, this is 7 blocks long, so we're going to come 3 blocks in just like that, and this is the middle, so we're going to be working off of this piston right here. Next, we need to go ahead and come off just like this, break this one out. Go ahead and come down below here. You're going to place in yourself a sticky piston just like that, facing this slime block just like so. Then we're going to come up by 4 blocks, so this is 1, 2, 3, and 4 just like that, so you have 4 slime blocks on top of your sticky piston. Next, we need to go ahead and put a temporary block right here. Then we're going to take 2 observers, 1 and 2, just like that. Next, we need to go ahead and grab ourselves another sticky piston. We're going to place that in right here, just like so. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5. Once you have all that in place, you're going to come right to the center right here. We're going to place in ourselves a dispenser just like that, facing forward. It should be even with your ice right here. Next, we're going to take ourselves an observer, and we're going to face it in there just like that. So the arrow is facing like this, and the red dot is facing our dispenser just like that. So go ahead and have that in there like so. Then we're going to take some solid blocks. We're going to put 1 there and 2 right there. Once you've got this in place, then go ahead and come in front of your dispenser to the slime block right here. We're going to go ahead and place in a temporary block like that, and then a regular piston facing forward just like this, right at the top slime block like so. Then we're going to take 2 slime blocks. We're going to come out here just like so. Then right here, we're going to place a temporary block with an observer looking down just like this. So the red dot is facing in that direction right here at that slime block. You can remove your temporary block right there. And then right here, we're going to come down here, place in another observer with the red dot facing down, so when that gets moved forward, it's going to power our dispenser. Once you have this in place, now we need to go ahead and create a stone wall, so we're going to come out just like this. We're going to come out just like that, 2 blocks underneath and then 1 block above, so that way you have this little space right here between your dispenser and your observer and then your stone. We're going to bring this stone out the width of your flying machine just like so. Bring this all the way out just like so, so that way your lava does not go over this way. And next what we need to do is we need to actually grab an empty bucket. We're going to put an empty bucket inside of your dispenser right here. Then we're actually going to take a lava bucket and we're going to place it right in front of that dispenser like so. And you're going to notice that basalt's going to generate all the way across the width of your flying machine. And that there is a single module, which is not very much. It actually is very quick and easy to build. And so now that we have this in place, this is going to be our center module. Now what we need to do do is if you want your floor to be bigger than 7 blocks wide like this is, then you can extend it out to the sides however many you want. However many you do on the right is exactly how many you're going to do on the left. And then once you've expanded this machine out to the width that you want, you can go ahead and come right back to your center module, and now we're going to go ahead and build the timer. So what we need to do now is we need to actually come right back to this front arm right here with slime blocks on it. We're going to come up by 2 blocks, and this is going to be the only module we do this to. All the rest of them are going to stay the same. So once you've come up 2 blocks like this, then go ahead and grab yourself a temporary block like that. Place yourself an observer just like this, so the red dot is facing in towards this block. Then place yourself in a sticky piston on the top just like this. And then above this one, we're going to go ahead and take ourselves a temporary block and then some more temporary blocks just like this, and we're going to run some observers facing down just like this, so the red dots are facing down. Then what we need to do is we need to actually go ahead and place ourselves in a slime block right there, and then we're going to place in ourselves a sticky piston just like that, and we're going to break that one out. Next, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and place in another slime block like this with another sticky piston just like that, and we're going to break this one out. Next, we're going to go ahead and place a slime block 1 block away just like this, and this one's going to have a sticky piston down here, and then we're going to break that one out just like that. Once you have this in place, go ahead and grab yourself a piece of obsidian, place it on the back of that piston right there so that way it cannot get pulled back. And next, what we need to do is we need to grab some more temporary blocks. We're going to take our observers and we're going to go ahead and bring them all the way out just like this. Go ahead and stretch them out because we're going to be coming back quite a ways. Then what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and place in a bunch of temporary blocks right here out of slime. So we're going to go ahead and bring that all the way back here just like so, out to the back just like this. Now once we have that in place, it's going to be very easy to go ahead and build the rest of this. So now what we need to do is we need to go ahead and skip a block of slime just like that. We're going to place ourselves in a sticky piston just like that and break the observer out on top. Now because this observer is attached to that slime block, this one's special, so it's actually going to go on the side. We need to actually break that one out, come to this side, and go ahead and place that in there just like this. That observer can go on this side or that side, it doesn't really matter. So once we have that in place, next we're going to continue to do the same. We're going to skip a slime block, we're going to break it, put in our sticky piston, and break the observer out on top. So that way every slime block has an observer facing down just like that, so the red dot is inside of this slime block just like this. We're going to get a total of 14 pistons, so this is 3 just like that, so we're going to go back 14. And again, all we're doing is we're skipping a slime block, putting in a sticky piston, breaking out the observer on top, skipping a slime block, putting in a sticky piston, breaking out the observer on top, and we're just doing that all the way back until we get up to 14 sticky pistons. And then once you reach up to 14 sticky pistons in this line right here, it's going to look something like this. So once you have that in place, you can go and destroy the rest of your temporary blocks right here, and then you're going to keep 2 slime blocks and destroy the rest. So once we have that in place, this is what your flying machine should look like. Next, we're going to come down just like this, down by 1 block, and we're going to take ourselves a regular piston, face it in there just like this. We're going to come behind that regular piston, place in a temporary block, and place in ourselves an observer just like that, so the red dot is facing into that block, just like so. Then once we have that in place, now we need to do the same thing to the bottom. We're going to prepare this up. We're going to take some observers right here, go ahead and bring out some temporary blocks and bring these all the way across the back here just like so. So we're going to bring these all the way back to our area just like so, just like that. There we are. So now what we need to do is we're going to bring these a few out just like so. Now what we're going to do is we're going to place in some slime blocks just like this. Go ahead and just go all the way across just like so. And that's going to be our last one right there. So now what we need to do is we're actually going to break out 2 blocks just like this. We're going to go ahead and place in ourselves a piston just like that. We're going to break out 2 blocks just like that and place in ourselves another piston like that with a gap in it like so. So again, we're going to go ahead and break out 2 blocks just like this, place in ourselves a regular piston like that, go behind it, break out 2 blocks just like so. So every piston has a slime block and observer attached to it, and make sure that the observers have the red dot facing up like that right into your slime block. And as you guys saw on the screen, I was saying 14 of these sticky pistons. It actually needs to be 15 because we actually need to get all the way out to this point in order for all this to line up. So definitely make sure you have 15 sticky pistons up there. And now that we're all correct on that, we should have a flying machine that looks a lot like this. And once your flying machine's looking like this, next we're going to come right to this piston right here, and we're actually going to come to that slime block. We're going to place on a block right there, and we're going to bring that all the way across. I suggest using slime blocks for this, but you can use any temporary block that you like. And we're going to come all the way up to the last module that you have, just like this. So once you have that in place, you're going to come back to your original module right here. And then behind every module, behind these slime blocks, you're going to go and place yourself in a piston just like this. And then you're going to go ahead and break out the temporary blocks in between, just like that for your first module, just like this. And from your first module out here to your second module, you're going to go ahead and break the blocks in between these 2 as well, just like that. go ahead and place yourself in a regular piston like this. So that should have 8 slime blocks in it in total, just like so. And once you have that in place, then you're going to go ahead and place yourself in an observer right here, just like that. So the face is out this way and the red dot is facing in towards your piston right here, just like so. So once you have that in place, you're going to do the same thing to this side. Place yourself in an observer just like that, so the red dot is facing in towards your piston, just like so. Then once you have that in place, you're going to be duplicating this for every 2 modules. So here's another 2 modules just right here. So we're going to come to this side. We're going to go ahead and break out these slime blocks just like so. We're going to place in ourselves 2 pistons just like this and like that right here. Grab yourself an observer, have it facing in this direction, so the arrow is facing right here and the red dot is facing your piston just like so. And again, we're going to do the same thing on this side, so the observer is facing your piston with the red dot just like this. And then you're going to continue to do that all the way out to the end of your system right here. So what you're going to do if you have an odd amount is you're going to go ahead and break these slime blocks all the way up to there, and you may have just 1 slime block there while you have 8 more right here. So let's go ahead and build this one up here since this is the last one. We're going to go just like this again, pistons facing forward, observers out to the side just like so. Once you have that in place, this very last one here on the end, if you're stuck with 1 more just like this, then go ahead and come down a couple temporary blocks like so. Grab yourself an observer, have it facing up just like that, so that way the red dot is facing right here. Then that way it'll power that slime block, so it'll power this piston. And then once you have this done for one side, you're going to need to duplicate that on the other side as well, just like this. And then once you have that in place, now we need to go ahead and continue this pattern all the way until they're all connected. So what we're going to do now is we should see that this bit of our flying machine right here is all in line. So as you can see, all those slime blocks are in a single line just like so. So that's all in the same line. Our next set of flying machines is going to be in the same line as this one right here, but it may be a little bit much to go ahead and do the temporary blocks like I said. So if you don't want to do that, you can come out here just like this by 3 blocks like so. You're going to go ahead and connect these 2 up just like that, so that way the last slime block on that one and the last slime block that one are overlapping. Then what we can do is we can go ahead and grab ourselves 2 more pistons just like this, grab ourselves 2 more observers just like that. So we're going to build the exact same flying machine that we have been for this one, and we're going to do that for these 2 just like that. We're going to skip one, and then we're going to go ahead and do it for this one as well, and we're going to do that on both sides. And then once you have that finished up on both sides, it should look something like this, where you have these 2 modules being pushed by a flying machine, skipping one, having 2 more modules pushed by a flying machine, and so on and so forth. Then once you're behind there, these 2 are being pushed by 1 module, and these 2 are being pushed by 1 module. So that way you don't have 2 pistons on the same module. So we only have 1 piston on this module, and we have 1 piston on that module, and we don't have a flying machine right here in the middle because it's not needed. So once you have that in place and you have your flying machines set up just like this, next what we need to do is come to one side just like so. We're going to come right down here and we're going to do this again. So again, our flying machine is lined up with our slime block right there. So the next flying machine is going to be lined up with our slime block right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come out by 3 blocks just like so. Go ahead and break that one out. Place yourself in a piston just like this, and then we're going to come all the way across over here just like so. Come all the way across so you get to this piston right here. Go ahead and place yourself in another piston just like so, and then place yourself in an observer right here. Next, right here in between these 2 modules just like so, where this gap is, we're going to go ahead and break out the slime blocks that are right here. So we're going to come all the way from this point. We're going to come all the way over to that point, so that way they're even just like this. And that should be 8 blocks in total on each one. Which makes the measuring easy, because as you can see, all these machines are exactly the same length. So you don't really have to worry about counting too much. You just need to make sure that they're exactly the same width as the other ones. So once you have these 2 in place, you're going to notice that there's only 1 piston on each of these. There's not a second piston. And over here, you need to make sure that you do have an observer on this piston as well. So once you have those in place, now we need to build one final one in between these 2. So we're going to come out by 3 blocks just like so. And again, our flying machine is lined up with that slime block right there. So our next one's going to be lined up with the next slime block like so. So we're going to come all the way across just like so, overlapping this one, placing yourself a piston again, grab yourself an observer, put it in there just like so, grab yourself another piston just like that, and another observer just like so. So once you have that in place, now you need to build that on the other side as well. So now as you can see, both of our sides look the same, and you're basically going to repeat that pattern depending on how big your machine is. You can build it out as wide as you want, and you're just going to continue repeating this pattern until you reach a tipping point for the rest of your modules. So as you can see, we don't have 2 more modules, we only have 1 flying machine right there in the back, and that's where you want to get to. So you want to have 1 flying machine in the back just like so. So that way all of your machines are going to be pushed by that 1 flying machine, and it's going to be a domino effect, pushing all of them forward at the same time. So once you have that in place, next we're going to come up behind this last flying machine here. Again, we're going to come out by 3 blocks just like so. We're going to break these 2 out, and again, you're going to notice that the slime block should be lining up with your center flying machine right there. So again, our slime blocks right here are going to line up again. So next, we're going to go ahead and place ourselves a piston right here, and then this set of slime blocks is going to be out by 10 blocks. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the reason why that is because this is block 11 and this is block number 12, the observer. That's the maximum push limit. So once you have that in place, you need to build another one. So again, we're going to go out just like this, 1, 2, and 3, just like so. Break these 2 out. You're going to notice that the slime block is still in line with our slime blocks over there. And then we're going to grab ourselves a piston just like that. We're going to count 10 blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just like that. Grab ourselves an observer. Go ahead and place that in there just like so. So that's back like this. And then again, we're going to go ahead and come back by another 3 blocks, 1, 2, and 3, just like so. Go ahead and break these out. Grab yourself a piston, just like so. Grab yourself an observer, place that in here just like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to count 10 blocks again until we get to the center one, and that may not be 10 blocks in total. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, just like that. So we got total 10 blocks, and we're going to stay 1 block away from our flying machine just like this. And now we need to go ahead and do that on both sides. So we have this diagonal arm coming up to this flying machine on this side. Now we need to do the same thing on that side. So now your flying machine should look like this, where you have this diagonal arm coming all the way to your center module just like this, and same thing over here coming down to the center module. So that way all of them are getting pushed at the exact same time, and that way all of these ones here in the center are lined up with your slime blocks like this. So that way they're all in sync, including the middle one. So what we're going to do now is we need to push these 2 flying machines with this one right here. So we're going to come out by 2 blocks like this. We're going to come out 2 blocks like this. And this can pretty much be anywhere depending on how big your flying machine is. So that way you can bring these arms all the way up 1 block away. And wherever that is, it could be on this one, that one, that one. It depends on how big it is. And if you build it bigger, it's going to scoot back even further. And you can bring that all the way back to the back one if necessary. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place ourselves a piston on that one, so it's overlapping that slime block. And then same thing on this side, just like so. Then we're going to place ourselves some observers facing up, just like this. So that way the red dot is facing inside that slime block, just like so. And we're going to do that on both sides, just like so. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves a temporary block right there. Place an observer facing up, just like that. So the red dot is facing into that slime block, just like so. And now our flying machine is fully built and ready to use. And once your machine is ready to be built, then you will need an account right here in the center, just like I've got my second account right here. And that's if you've built it big enough to where you're going to need the outside chunks loaded all the way to your simulation distance like I have right here. And so once you have that in place and you have your second account, or either yourself right here to where the whole thing's going to be loaded, the way that you're going to operate this is you're going to go ahead and remove this block right there, that block of obsidian. And then of course this observer right here, I put it on top because it's symmetrical with the rest of the machine. However, in survival, it might be easier for you guys to go ahead and place this observer right down over here on the side, just like that. So from down below, you can strike that with a striker, which will be no problem. So now our machine is fully ready to use. Your character would be down here, and you're going to remove that obsidian block and then strike this observer right here. So that being said, let's go ahead and try this out. We're going to strike our observer here, which is going to start the process of all these guys ticking back. Here, once it gets back to the back end, it's going to trigger, and it's going to start triggering all of these flying machines. And then our whole machine is going to move forward. The lava is going to get picked up and then redispensed to create more basalt. And then as it creates more basalt, the timer is going to come back around, and then it's going to go ahead and move the machine again to go ahead and do it again. So as you can see, the basalt is generating below there, just like so. And when it gets fully done, it gets moved again, and it should continue to do that all the way through. So you should have enough time for that whole flying machine to come back around for your basalt floor to generate before it gets moved again. When you're done using your machine and you don't want to go anymore, then all you have to do is place yourself an obsidian block right here before it continues to move forward, just like that. And then you'll see that it'll stop just like so. And then if you want to start it back up, you'll just remove that obsidian block and then go ahead and click this observer, and it'll start all over again. So as you can see, this machine works really well, and it's really fun to use. It's so satisfying to watch this thing just build its own floor just like that. And it's going to be faster than you can place any amount of blocks. There's no way that you could make a floor this big, this fast manually. This is definitely going to save you a lot of time if you need to make a big floor. And so with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. This thing was a lot of fun to build, and if you guys enjoyed it too, then be sure to smack the like button for me and subscribe if you guys are new. I'm Broken Bones, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Take it easy, everybody. Fire!